Are you getting ready for all region tryouts? Let's talk bees. No, not these bees, these bees. Before you start learning each all region etude, you need to learn which bee to use. First, we have thumb B flat. This is our default bee fingering when there are flats in the key signature. This includes all of our scales with flats in the key signatures, except for a couple of exceptions that we'll talk about later. So F major, B flat major, E flat major, A flat major, D flat major, and also D minor, G minor, C minor, F minor. It's also our default thumb key for the G minor etude on page 23. The B natural thumb key is our default key when there are no flats in the key signature. Scales such as C major, G major, D major, A major, E major, B major, and also A minor, E minor, B minor, F sharp minor, C sharp minor, G sharp minor, and also the chromatic scale. It's our default thumb key for the B minor etude on page 17 and the A major etude on page 24. When you change your thumb from the B natural to the B flat key, notice what additional key goes down. It's the key in between where your index finger goes and your middle finger goes. This is what changes the note from a B natural to a B flat. You can use either thumb key for any other note that requires a thumb. So when you move from A natural to B flat, all you have to move is your middle finger. And when you move from A natural to B natural, all you have to do is move your middle finger. The right hand never has to move when playing G A B C or G A B flat C. Get into a habit of marking which thumb key you're going to use at the beginning of each piece or scale. I use a circle to indicate thumb B flat and a triangle to indicate thumb B natural. The other two B fingerings are for special circumstances. When an A sharp or a B flat is followed by a B natural, we will use lever B flat for the A sharp or B flat. When you go to use lever, turn your hand like you were pouring a glass and hit the key with the side of your index finger. Notice that the lever pushes the same key down that the thumb B flat key does. This is why it produces a B flat as well. Lever B flat is perfect for having to play the chromatic scale quickly. If we try to use thumb B flat and slide our thumb over for B natural, the flute can become unbalanced, which can make our tone not so great. If we use the long or 1-in-1 B flat fingering, we can get blips because the fingers don't move together. The long or 1-in-1 B flat fingering is perfect for passages that already involve the index finger of the right hand. In the A major etude at the bottom of page 24, there is a situation where an A sharp is surrounded by E naturals. This is a perfect opportunity to use the long or 1-in-1 B flat fingering. In the B minor etude on page 17, a very similar fingering combination occurs in the last measure of the first line. This one presents some more challenges because of the trill that follows. When trilling from A sharp to B natural, it's best to use lever. So you have a couple of options here. You could use 1-in-1 on the 16th note and then switch to lever at the beginning of the trill. Or you could use lever on the 16th note and on the trill. It's a little awkward though. Don't forget that the A sharp carries through the measure here. So all of the A's are A sharp. And then you have the G double sharp right after the trill, remember that G double sharp is fingered the same way as A natural. So you have A sharp trilling to B natural, G double sharp, which is fingered as A, and then A sharp. Let's mark thumb keys on the G minor etude. I'm going to start off with thumb B flat because flats are in the key signature and there are no accidentals. On the second line, I have something that looks like a chromatic scale. So I'm going to switch to the B natural thumb key and use lever on the B flat. Perfect places to switch thumb keys are right after a C natural, a C sharp, or a D flat because you have no thumb down. I can stay on this B natural key until the fourth line. Notice at the fourth line, I have G, B flat, D. So I want to get back on thumb B flat before then. I have a C in the last measure of the third line going to A. At this A, I can get back on the thumb B flat and be set up for the next line. Look at the fifth line. I have another passage that looks like a chromatic scale. So after the C, I'm going to switch back over to B natural and use lever for the B flat. We have a perfect opportunity to use the 1-and-1 or long fingering between the F and the B flat and the third and fourth measures of this line. I suggest that you use the lever for all of the A sharps in the B minor and A major etudes. There is one exception though. In this tricky little arpeggio, there's a lot of A sharps, but there's no B naturals. So if you'd like to switch over to thumb B flat, it may make your life a little easier, but you'll have to switch back to thumb B natural on the G after the C sharp on beat 4, and then use lever for the A sharps that move into B natural into the next measure. There are 3 scales that don't follow our if there's flats in the key signature, use thumb B flat rule. G flat major, E flat minor, and B flat minor. G flat major and E flat minor have a B flat followed by a C flat. Remember that C flat and B natural are inharmonic. So we will use lever B flat for all of the Bs and then thumb B natural for all of the C flats in these 2 scales. The B flat minor scale is a whole other case. We cannot use thumb B flat on high G flat. If you're curious why, it's because of the harmonic series. This fingering is based on the fingering that is a fifth below it, which just happens to be B natural or C flat. I can produce B, a B an octave above, and F sharp or G flat above that, all with the B natural fingering. The high F sharp or G flat won't be in tune, which is why we add our ring fingers for the actual fingering. So for this scale, we'll start off with thumb B flat, switch over to thumb B natural, and then switch back to thumb B flat. Again, I look for opportunities like C or D flat where the thumb is not being used to switch thumb keys. So remember, use thumb B flat as the default thumb key when there are flats in the key signature. Use thumb B natural as the default thumb key when there are no flats in the key signature. Use lever when you're dealing with a chromatic passage and you have A sharp or B flat followed by B natural or C flat. And use the long or 1-and-1 B flat fingering when you already have your index finger down for the note before or after the A sharp or B flat. Choose your thumb keys wisely and you'll always be prepared for all region. Thanks for watching.